Dear all, ladies and gentlemen, and have a good day to you. I'm Christina Silitonga, UX designer for this case study, Pay, the mobile payment application. I would like to present you on this video, walking through on this design process from start to finish. This is my first online portfolio. I made this video as part of the task as a student of UX designer at California. I would like to invite you to visit my online portfolio on Behance. I will share the links in the description column. Let's start it now. I'm going through what process I have been and how my decisions are influenced and considered based on things like competition analysis, user stories, functional requirements and business requirements, and how these all come together to create a solid vision for an application. User-centered design. On these UX activities will be divided in three categories: discovery, concepting, prototyping, and users testing. The discovery is at an elementary stage. I would learn in advance about the application and user. In this discovery process, I aim to find both the problem and the solution. For that, I will conduct research using the analytical process approach as follows: audition definition, competitive analysis, user scenarios. I figure out as the competitors are Google Pay and PayPal. I created the competitor profiles. I have done this competitive analysis by using the SWOT matrix. Then furthermore, the design analysis by looking at their application from these elements: the usability, the navigation structure, the layout, the differentiation, the compatibility, and calls to action. Based on the results I received, then I created the question to our users as a deep user research as part of defined process to find the problem. I did the recording for the interview by asking the user's permission first. Then I did the affinity mapping by the categorizing based on behavior, attitudes, needs and goals, frustration and motivation. Then I created persona, user journey and profiling. The next stage is concepting. Process flow. I created the user flow. In this process, I will use the user stories and the flow chart and of how the paths of achieving the target are in using the application. Sitemap. In this case, I created a sitemap in terms of data content organization by applying the information architecture design. Then, to validate the finding, I did a card sorting test and make revisions to the sitemap. The card sorting results point to the problem of organizing the data. Next is wireframing. I found various ideas in carrying out the application design process. In applying these ideas, I just focus and prioritize the content and usability of the application, namely low fidelity wireframe. Low fidelity wireframe will help me visualize and test early concepts, requirements, and design assumptions at the beginning of an application design project. I use paper and my design toolkit to get the idea started in my sketches. Then later, on this sketch, I use further in the balsamic application to create more vibrant wireframes digitally. Prototyping. Then I started mocking up my design application by using programs that I can use such as Adobe XD. This program will support me in user testing so that it can create interactive experiences for users so that its feature can be clickable. This is part of the prototyping process, which allows me to test my design functionality against real users. There are many aspects that need to be considered in inclusive design, starting from the placement of features in the layout, the navigation system that easy to follow, the use of terminology that easy to understand, and of course, from the UI user interface approach in design. Review. After running the user testing, it helped me to identify problem points that may still be encountered and can provide input on improving the design. Approval. After completing the application project, I have sent the result to my tutor and mentor. This is to ensure that the product prototype is designed successfully and can be followed up into the development stage. If something doesn't work, I will make the necessary revisions until the app is viable and ready. Handoff. Visual design documentation. Clear file system related to the file, PNG, JPG, or PDF. Then explanation and information. I realized that in building application design perfection, there is no time limit. As a UX designer, I'm well aware that prioritizing to be able to complete the project even if it is not perfect. because there is no time limit in achieving perfection, and application design will continue to grow according to time and need. Designing for accessibility. Revision. As you can see, I have made some revision accordingly. Learning for future iteration. Thank you very much for your kind attention. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Please leave me comments and like my portfolio. I hope you enjoy the video and have a clear pictures about my case study. See you again on the next opportunity. Goodbye for now.